Have you ever had a moment where everything changed instantly, where you suddenly saw things so clearly that you wondered how you never noticed it before? That's what happened to me in my twin flame journey. I spent so much time questioning, waiting, trying to surrender the right way, only to realize that I was still trapped in the same energy. Then, in a single moment of clarity, I felt the shift. I wasn't stuck. I wasn't waiting. I was just still holding on to a version of reality that no longer existed. And the moment I let go, the loop ended. The pain dissolved. And I quantum leaped into a completely different reality, one of peace, alignment, and expansion. If you've been searching for answers, if you feel like you keep repeating the same cycles, this is the video you need to hear. Because twin flames aren't about waiting. They are about acceleration. In this video, we're going to break down how the twin flame journey is actually a timeline split. Why you are not stuck, you are just still choosing an old version of reality. How to shift onto a higher timeline where the suffering doesn't exist anymore. If you're ready to stop waiting and start shifting, tap the thumbs up. It's an energetic signal to the universe that you're ready for change. And if you're new here, subscribe and turn on notifications because we go deep into quantum truth every week. Now let's get into it. If you feel stuck in your twin flame journey, looping through the same patterns of longing, waiting, and emotional turmoil, there's something you need to know. This journey isn't just about love. It's about a quantum timeline shift. I couldn't figure out what to do for the longest time. I thought I had to wait. I thought I had to surrender in a way that meant staying in the same energy and just hoping things would shift. But then I realized something. I could actually choose a new timeline. When I felt the energy clearly, I understood that I was holding on to the old loop. And the moment I made the decision to fully align with my highest self, to cut cords with the version of the connection that was keeping me stuck, I quantum leaped into a completely different reality, one that was peaceful, aligned, and free. In this video, I'm going to show you how the twin flame journey is actually a timeline split, how to stop looping old energy, and how to shift into a new reality where you don't experience the same suffering anymore. If you're ready to step out of the loop and into your highest timeline, tap the thumbs up. It's an energetic affirmation of your shift. And if you're new here, subscribe and turn on notifications because we dive deep into quantum truth every week. Now let's get into it. One of the most misunderstood aspects of the twin flame journey is that it is not a fixed path. It is a fork in your reality. Why this matters? Your twin flame represents a key timeline choice. If you stay in old energy, you stay in a looped timeline that repeats the same patterns over and over. If you align with your highest self, you shift onto a new quantum timeline where you no longer experience suffering. The truth is, you are not stuck, you are just still attached to an old version of the timeline. And the moment you choose to shift, everything recalibrates. So what's really happening energetically? When you are in a twin flame dynamic that is keeping you stuck, what's actually happening is your energy is still tethered to an outdated reality. Think of it like this. You're watching a movie on repeat, but you don't realize you can pick up the remote and change the film. You're cycling through the same emotions because you haven't fully stepped out of that energy. You feel trapped because you haven't actually walked through the open doorway yet. The suffering continues because you are still feeding the old version of reality with your focus, emotions, and attachments. Now how do you shift timelines and break free from the loop? I didn't break free until I felt the energy clearly and realized I had a choice. The second I cut cords with the version of reality where I was still trying to fix the relationship, the shift happened instantly. Here's how to do the same. Step 1. Ask yourself, am I choosing my highest timeline or am I looping old energy? Be radically honest. If you are still chasing, waiting, or attached to what could be, you are still in the old loop. Shift the question from will we be together? To am I in my highest alignment? Step 2. Stop waiting and start shifting. You do not need permission to step into a new reality. The longer you hold on to the past version of the connection, the longer you remain energetically stuck. The second you fully choose your own alignment, you quantum leap into a new timeline where the old suffering does not exist. Step 3. Cut cords with the version of the connection that is holding you back. This doesn't mean cutting off love, it means cutting off attachment to an outdated frequency. You can love without needing to stay in a lower vibrational version of the story. When you release the need to control or hold on to how it unfolds, you open up to the highest possible outcome. What happens when you shift timelines? The moment I fully aligned and stopped feeding the old energy, everything changed. Peace replaced anxiety. I felt free instead of trapped in waiting. The connection itself transformed, but it no longer controlled my reality. A new level of love, clarity, and expansion opened up. Twin flames are not about waiting. Twin flames are not about longing. They are about acceleration. Your job is not to wait for them. Your job is to shift into your highest self. And when you do, you either align with the highest version of that connection or move into a completely new reality that is even more aligned than you ever imagined. Either way, you are free. Finally, let's discuss the fact that twin flame union is not a fixed event, it's a timeline choice. The biggest lie people believe about the twin flame journey is that it is something that is destined to happen in a specific way. In reality, you are choosing between timelines every second. If you hold on to attachment, you stay in an old loop. If you shift into alignment, you enter a new frequency where suffering does not exist. This is why union is not about waiting, it's about acceleration. And once you get this, once you truly integrate it, you will see that you were never stuck. You were always just one choice away from a completely new reality. If this video spoke to you, tap the thumbs up as an affirmation of your shift. And if you haven't yet, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss what's next. Drop a comment below and let me know, what timeline are you choosing today? Thanks for watching, and remember, shift your frequency. Shift your reality. With Quantum Vibes.